everyone, so if you've obviously read by the title, I'm going to be doing a SHAAANXO BHCosmetics first impressions review, and of course shade swatches. It's of course the palette. It's all pink. It has like this is of course what the palette looks like. I'm not sure if you can see this very well, but it's basically of course BHCosmetics at the top, SHAANXO's trademark name just beneath it, and then 18 colour eyeshadow and lipstick palette. Oh, that's just in French, but and just like ingredients or whatever down the bottom. And the bag, it just has basically a bit of a biography about the palette. Same thing again in French, and of course all the ingredients for the makeup, which I'm not going to list out because that just take too long. This is obviously first impressions. Now every time I saw her palette in her videos when she was using them, for some reason the palette was so big, but the second I received it, it's like literally, I don't have the car shadow, but it literally about the size of Kyla's eyeshadow palettes. Opening it up, and by the way, I have actually already opened this. I have not touched the shades, but I have already opened it. Mum even had a look. It's basically saying that the inside of it, just basically it's like a book. So come on. You get three different panel things, but two different sides. So one side's of course the lip shade side, and the other side is obviously the shadow side. Obviously there's a lot of cool toned and warm toned. So cool tones closest towards the top, and warm tones closest to the bottom. I'm going to be doing a bunch of swatches for you. I'm going to be putting the shadows on my wrist, but the actual lip shades on my lips. These are the lip shades. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're a lot more on the pink side, the warm toned pink side. I've got a range of different reds, different pinks, and brownish red tones. So I am super excited. How was that? Sound out to soup. Anyway, so let's get started. Okay, so starting with the first shadow, it's going to be this like creamy shade at the top here, instead of in frame. It's creamy shade here, so I'm just going to rub it on my finger and drag it down my arm. You probably can't see that for the life of you. It's basically like a shimmery highlight shade. I don't know if you can see that or not. You probably can't. I know you sort of can. I'm just trying to look in the mirror. So as you can see, it's like a line right down my arm. So the next shade over is a bit more of a shimmery tone. You'll be able to see that one a lot better. The colours are nice and opaque. It's just a very shimmery, especially with such direct lighting. This one along is like a brownish tone, like a shimmery cream brown. It's got a lot of gold pigments in it, and that definitely shows up. It's like a golden bit of a pink tone brown once you've blended it out and stuff. The next one is long. It's like a bit more of like a mustardy yellow colour. So I'm still not sure this is showing up as much as I would like it to. Basically like a yellow tone brown. This next one along is like a almost like a contouring shade. It's a definitely a very nice brown. So the brown's probably showing up better than the rest of them. Okay, so the next one along is like a red tone brown. You can definitely see the brown shade is a lot better. It's a nice red tone brown. It's definitely good for those people who are very warm toned. Okay, so the one at the bottom, from what I'm seeing at first hand, like straight off the bat, it's like a purpley golden toned brown. Yeah, that's right, like a purple toned brown. That is that one. This one along is a lot more of a green toned brown. Even though when it shows up on skin, it's like more of a pinkish purple one. Almost a bit deceiving. That's the next one along. Last one, which almost is like a greenish black. This is like the most pigmented one. So this here is all the shades. I'm just going to move my sleeve up a bit. So all the shades right here. Okay, so I'll show you guys a bit more of a close up. So this is what all the shades look like. And the way I touch my arm, I've sort of like gone from that and sort of turn around. Whoops, but yeah, this is all the shades. They're absolutely beautiful. All the undertones are not what I expected at all. But every time I looked at the palette, I always saw like warm browns, except for the cream shades obviously. And everything warm, but they actually have a lot more like pink and purple pigment in them. Figured I'd also show you in direct sunlight. Sorry about my camera's casting a shadow. This is how they look in the sunlight. Okay, so now getting on with the lip shades, I'm going to be starting with the top right left corner I meant. This shade here, using my concealer brush to apply to my lips. It's definitely very creamy. The kids lip gloss, but the adult version. So of course I'm just going to put this all over my lips. Okay, so this is the first shade. It's definitely like a very Barbie pink shade, so I can definitely see why she's trying to put it down there. Also obviously because she used to wear like a Barbie pink shade all the time when she was starting out her channel. So this is the first shade. Okay, so next one in line is this one here. It's quite hard to tell what the undertones are considering they are like creamy lipsticks, like almost like a child's lipstick almost. You can also use your fingers, but I am being a lady and I'm using a brush. This is a very orange one that I scooped it up. It's very orange and pink. Okay, so this is now the new shade. I actually have them in focus, but I'll find the hard way if not. This was the second shade, the more orange tone pink. So this one here in the middle, the top one. So yeah, it's like pretty much like the same as the first one. I mean, sure it'll be a lot more stronger in tone, I guess you could say, if I had to just use my fingers or something like that. But I'm using a concealer brush because I'm fancy like that. This was the second shade. Okay, so with this next one, I do just want to try using my finger to see what the colour payoff comes off as. On my pointing finger. Okay, so just as a thought, using my finger is getting a lot more of a better colour payoff. But obviously some people like to use a brush instead, and that's completely fine. And this one's a lot more of an orange tone red. It looks like a fire truck red, so it's absolutely beautiful. I had to use my pinky just to go over the edges of my lips a bit. Besides that, using your finger, you get a lot better of a colour payoff. And you can still use a brush if you want. Okay, so with this next one, I'm still thinking a bit, getting a bit of a Kylie vibe from this. I'm once again going to use my finger because that's actually proven to have a better colour payoff. This one's very transparent, it's not opaque. It's a lot more like a lip, in fact all of them feel a lot more like lip glosses, but they're obviously very heavily tinted. This was this, that was a start. This one was this shade here. It was like a pink tone brown, very plush, dirty rose pink tone brown. But it's a lot more like a lip gloss. But it's how it's looking. I'm sorry if my lamp's mirror's lamp, whatever lighting is like completely washing me out. Yeah, this is how shades look. I will post. You'll see in the thumbnail that I would actually taken like a better, more natural looking photos of my lips. Yeah, but this is how this one is looking. It's just like a very transparent lip gloss. The next one in line is a little bit purple pink. So it's this one here. Once again, I'm just going to use my finger. I don't want to push it down too hard because the palette itself actually gets pushed down. That's a little bit awkward. This purple one has like a lot of a metallic finish to it. It's like not like a shimmer finish, but a very sheen metallic finish to it, which is obviously what you expect from lip glosses. Yeah, it's got like a little tiny bit of purple pigment in it. Absolutely beautiful. These shades will be specifically worn for like summer or spring days, and go figure, I am in spring. This is how this shade is looking. It's the same thing is they don't have like little fun names under them. I guess just for once maybe someone wants to leave that out. So you make up our own names for it. Even though I'm the like, last person to think of a fun name for a lip gloss or lipstick. One was this middle purple pink shade here. Obviously everything looks a little bit different on your actual skin than what is in the palette. I don't know why it does. It's sort of because the contrast between our skin and what's in the palette. But yeah, this is what this one looks like. The next shade in line is like a very typical Barbie pink. Once again, it has a very strong colour payoff like the red one did. This one is definitely a very typical Barbie pink shade. It has like a very bright metallic sheen to it. It's not like a fire truck pink. It is beginning to transfer onto my lip ring, but you know, that's what I get for having a lip ring. This is definitely a very Barbie shade. It's definitely going to be perfect for if you're a blonde and you know have very cool tone lips, or I think, or warm tone lips, whichever way it goes. But if you plan, especially if you plan on going for Barbie as Halloween, especially if you plan on going as like a Barbie for like Halloween, this lip shade is perfect for that. I mean, not everybody will have the same sort of palette, of course, but a very high rated pink. It's definitely a very good, gorgeous colour. I would see myself wearing this for like a summer's day. This is how this shade looks. Okay, so the next shade in line is like this dusty rose pink cream shade here. So this one's definitely a lot more of a typical lip gloss shade. Very transparent, but it has like a very strong pink payoff. These do feel a lot like lip glosses, even though some of them come off strong as lipsticks. All feel very watery, I guess you could say. And the colour payoff is just beautiful. It glides on the lips very easily. Some of them you have to add like a little bit more just to get a very strong colour payoff. Other than that, some of them show up really brightly. That's a new word. This is how this is how this shade is looking. Okay, so the next shade is like a very deep wine red shade. The wicked thing is since I put it on my lips, it's gonna be like a little bit more transparent. So it is this shade here. Let's see. Okay, so my application just appears to be worse and worse and worse. Just as I suspected, it's like a lot more transparent. It's like a strawberry tone, like still very dark in shade, which I like. It's a lot brighter than I thought. Like at first glance in the palette, you think it's gonna be like a dark vampy red wine lip, but put it on your lip, it's like you got a strawberry lip gloss on or something. It's absolutely beautiful shade. I can definitely wear the shade a lot. It's a bit of a thing from red cherry tone shades. So it's absolutely beautiful. This is how this one is looking. Okay, so this last one is definitely a lot darker. It's a lot more like a berry tone, very deep and dark. Okay, so this is the final colour result. This is the shade that I expected from this shade here, but I got it from this one, which is obviously a lot darker, so it kind of makes a bit more sense. This is a really nice deep berry shade. Again, my application is just gone to shit. Such a beautiful shade. Unfortunately, I do feel that wear off pretty fast, so I have to apply it all over again. Especially in spots that you notice that's faded a bit. But I feel like they are more of a lip glosses, like very heavily tinted lip glosses than lipsticks. Besides that, I am falling in love with all the shades. Some are very wearable, especially if you don't want to wear too much on your lips for the day. Other ones are very wearable, especially if you do want to have like a very strong colour payoff. Especially with the red shades and with the pinky reds and the deeper reds. Yes, and so this is this lip colour. I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm going to take this lip shade off here, and then we can get on with doing well, I can get on with doing my eyes now, because I obviously want to test out the colours on my eyes, as in the eyeshadows, not the lip glosses, obviously. So it has like a little bit of a stain on my lips, so it definitely is like a nice colour stain behind. Okay, so I'm obviously going to big in with eye primer, so I'm going to be using my MAC Paint Pot Soft Ochre. I finally got that colour right. I'm just going to prime my eyes as per usual. I obviously already got my base done, like I'm sure you guys figured that out from the start of this video. By the way, I didn't get punched in the eye. I was actually setting my under eye concealer with my bronzer palette, and apparently I still have some brown left on it, so I look like I have a bit of a brown cast. I promise I did not get punched in the eye. So let's just prime that. So to set all of my primer in place, I'm going to be taking this shade here, because it's obviously the creamiest shade, the creamiest shade, you know what I'm trying to say. This shade's definitely very good from setting the eye primer. So at first glance, everybody was pretty much saying that Shannon's palette, or Kara's palette was looking a lot like Shannon's palette, which at first glance, yes, it's true, but I guess once you swatch the shades side by side, it all comes down to what pigments the palettes have in them, which makes all the difference. I was going to get the Kara shadow, but it wasn't in stock, big surprise. I just ended up settling from Shannon's palette, which it was on my next list anyway. If I couldn't get the Kara shadow palette, I was going to settle for the Shannon XO palette anyway. Even if I could score both, which would have been awesome, that obviously wasn't the case, so I just ended up settling from Shannon XO palette. Now I need to go with some sort of crease tone. I am choosing between these two, and maybe this one for like a crease tone transition technically. So when I look at this palette, all I can think for an eye look is doing the exact same eye makeup look that Shannon did from her warm brown sultry makeup look. She was convinced there was a ghost in her camera. This is a very beautiful pink shade from a crease shade. Is it like a big surprise I'm using SO Beauty brushes? Thinking of maybe this shade here on my lid, and I'll switch to my eyeshadow brush. Definitely a beautiful creamy sheer shade. It reminds me of a shade out of the Too Faced palettes, which I have right in front of me. So only because I plan on using Champagne Truffle as my end of the video highlights. The shade reminds me a lot of Marzipan. I was recognising the shade from somewhere. I'm a bit of a eyeshadow addict. I like to pack mine on. So my goal is to pretty much use majority of the shadows, not every single shade. Which you've only got so much room in your eyelid for all the shadows. Next one, I'm thinking of going in with this shade here next. Then that in my outer V. I really wish I had my iPod on top of my camera, because now I get a much better lighting payoff. I'll be able to see what I'm doing. The lighting in here is pretty gloomy as it is. I'm using my phone light at this point. It's actually looking pretty damn good. Okay. I've got my bedroom light on, my limit or mirror's light on, and I still can't see shit. I'm just going to go in, grab my little I have no idea what it's called. It's like a little base thing that I actually usually use for my iPad, even when watching anything on YouTube, or put my iPad in just to have a balance. So I literally sit on top of my camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, that's already a million times better. Now I can actually see. Now I am just going to my pencil brush, my eye on this brown shade here. So then you're just going, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. This is under my last one as well. Okay, so now going with something really deep and intense. Maybe pairing these two shades together. Does that help? See what happens with that. And I got the result I wanted. I love this palette. I'm just gonna use my blender brush just to make this looking a bit more seamless. I was going to line my eyes with obviously an eyeliner, and then I'm gonna use that black shade. So to line my eyes, I'm gonna be using my Maybelline to right into the brush. Thank God it comes with a mirror on it, so I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm just going to do the other side, precisely the same thing, so you guys won't be missing much. Okay, I am now back, so I'm going to take my pencil brush, darkest shade here, maybe even these two shades. I'm going to two shades at the exact same time. I'm going to run it on my lash line. I poke myself in the eye, because that's always fun. Wouldn't be a makeup tutorial without poking myself in the eye. Okay, I'm absolutely in love with this look so far. I've pretty much almost done with the makeup. I'm just going to take my pencil brush again. I'm taking the same shade here, which is like the marzipan shade. That's my inner corner highlight. It's actually the same shadow as my lid shade. Gorgeous! That is it for the shadows. Now I'm going to actually stick on some false lashes. I bought some more false lashes. So the lashes I'm going to be taking is like very piecey type of one, so it looks like this, if you can see that very well. I don't know if you can. I just really like how these lashes look, so I'm going to put them on and I'll be right back. On my iPod. It's on my desk this whole time. Even better news is that a battery, so I have to sit with my phone anyway. Son of a... Then I'm taking my eyelash curls and I'm just going to pinch my lashes together and my own lashes so that they are one. I'm so happy I found my Benefit Roll Lash in my sister's room. Okay, so now I'm going to, of course, put some mascara on my bottom lashes. Because obviously my top lashes are taken care of. First I'm going to use this again. Okay, so for my lip shade, I'm actually thinking of going in with Colourpop's Limbo, which is the dupe for True Brand K. And if you guys with this look, I mean, you could wear anything you want actually, obviously. I want to wear a brown lip for once, so go through with Limbo. I'm actually going to grab Dolce K and grab the lip liner. I haven't got half as much makeup as Shannon has to save her life, and yet I still can't find shit in my drawer. So to complete this makeup look off, I'm going in with champagne truffle for the highlight shade, because I actually don't particularly own any actual highlighter, so I just use champagne truffle. So apply it to my cheek, and I just end up joining up with my brow line. And I am blinding everybody. The most important part of the face now is to go to the nose. I'm just going to put a little bit on my lip. Yes, my mum is natural born foghorn. Okay, since to finish this whole look off, I finally got myself some more fix spray. The SHAAANXO one. I'm going to fix spray in my face. It feels so damn refreshing. Okay, so here's a close up of the makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm just in love with this palette. Well, so much for watching this video. I do really hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed the makeup tutorial, the swatches, etc. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all for my future videos. Bye everyone!